stealing the...
The world will know you as Papa, but you will be much more than that. You will be Hunter.
Hey! This is the men's bathhouse. Get out of here!
The souls of our fans? Let's send those disgusting demons back to the dead.
Yeah!
That's where they belong!
Yeah!
Let's get battle ready.
I can destroy the Hunters for good. It's time for strategy. For a new...
You're all I can think. Every drop I drink. No mistake. Soda pop. My little soul.
The demons, they're coming after the fan.
You're my soda pop. My soda pop.
Saja Boys!
Let's go get these guys. You think we're just... Still our fans? Fight us for that. You're gonna have to...
Yeah, this plane's trashed. Everything is at stake.
So sweet, so easy on the eyes. Many lives, but you can't try it.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to J Movie Review. Today we are talking about the biggest animated film of 2025, a film that took the entire world by storm, a film whose soundtrack outsold Sabrina Carpenter, Lady Gaga, and Billie Eilish on Spotify, a film that became Google's #1 trending movie search of 2025, a film that crossed 56 million views on Netflix in just a few weeks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest with you. This film genuinely surprised me. I expected it to be a fun, colorful animated movie. What I did not expect was how deep it goes, how many layers it has, and why people across the internet were literally crying over an animated film. So today's review is not your average video. This is a full 60-minute deep dive where we cover the complete story and plot, break down every major character and their arc to hidden meaning, and themes what Reddit and social media had to say to the insane soundtrack, success to ending fully explained, and the possibilities of a sequel. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. First, let's understand where this film came from. K-Pop Demon Hunters was co-directed by Maggie Kong and Chris Applehands. Maggie Kong is Korean-American herself, and she drew deeply from her own cultural background when building this world. She spent years researching Korean mythology, Korean shamanism, and realities of the K-pop idol industry, and that's where the original idea sparked. Maggie Kong has said in interviews that she thought, K-pop idols sacrifice so much of themselves for their fans. They literally live double lives. Isn't that exactly what a demon hunter would do? One identity for the stage, one identity hidden from the world. That duality became the entire foundation of this film. What makes this film stand out from other animated movies is how seriously it took its cultural roots. The Hanmoon barrier, the Mudong, spirit mediums, the weapons powered by voice, all of this is pulled from real Korean folklore and shamanic tradition. This isn't just a K-pop themed movie on the surface. It is genuinely Korean from the inside out, and critics noticed. The film earned a 91% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, a 7.5 on IMDb, and became one of the most decorated animated films of the year with 143 wins and 203 nominations. Now, let's actually get into the world of the film. To understand this film, you need to understand one thing first: the Hanmoon. The Hanmoon is a supernatural barrier, an invisible shield standing between the human world and the demon realm. As long as this barrier holds, demons cannot cross over to steal human souls. But the Hanmoon doesn't sustain itself. To keep it strong, the world needs hunters. Here's the mythology the film builds. For thousands of years, in every generation, 3 women come together. These 3 hunters use the power of their voices to reinforce the Hanmoon. Their singing literally generates supernatural weapons and energy. We see this in the film's opening. 17th century warriors channeling their voices into blades. 1920s radio singers doing the same through the airwaves. And now, in 2025, that role has been passed down to HUNTR/X, known as Huntrix. Huntrix is a K-pop girl group. Publicly, they are Korea's biggest pop stars. Secretly, they are hunters. And the energy from their fans, the excitement, the passion at concerts, is exactly what keeps the Hanmoon charged. More fans, more energy, stronger barrier. Now, let's talk about the demons. What makes this film's demons genuinely fascinating is that they are not just mindless monsters. In this world, demons are a metaphor for the darkest parts of ourselves. Our fears, our insecurities, our shame. The Demon King GWMA doesn't attack people with brute force. He whispers to them. He speaks directly into people's minds, using their own doubts and weaknesses to control them. A Reddit user perfectly summed it up. What I love about this film is that the demons aren't just monsters. They are the things that make us feel small. That's so much scarier. And honestly, I completely agree. Now, let's talk about the heart of this film, the characters. Rumi is our lead. She is the centerpiece of HUNTR/X, the most confident on stage, the most charismatic in front of the cameras. But behind closed doors, she is carrying a secret that is slowly destroying her from the inside. Rumi is half demon. She has demonic markings on her arms that only demon hunters can see. That's why she always wears a jacket. That's why she never goes to bathhouses. That's why she keeps a certain emotional wall between herself and her teammates. Her self-loathing over the secret is the most emotionally powerful thread in the entire film. Her mother was a demon hunter who died shortly after Rumi was born. Her father was a demon. And Celine, a hunter from the previous generation, took her in and helped her hide her demonic side ever since. People across social media connected deeply with Rumi because, honestly, who hasn't felt like they're hiding something about themselves? Something that makes them different. Something they're ashamed of. Something they're afraid would make people love them less if they knew. Rumi's entire journey is about that exact feeling. Mira is the fun one of the trio, energetic, loud, and fiercely protective of the people she loves. But Mira has her own struggle. She battles perfectionism. She needs everything to go according to plan. And when Rumi's secret comes to light, Mira has to honestly ask herself, did she ever truly know her best friend? Her arc is about what it means to love someone fully, not just a version of them they show you. Zoe is the youngest of the trio. Quieter, more introverted, but surprisingly perceptive. She senses early on that something is wrong. Her arc is about loyalty, what it means to stand by someone even when the truth is messy and complicated. Ji Young-yu said in an interview that she would be bummed if there was no sequel. She genuinely wanted to keep exploring Zoe's story. And now we get to arguably the most interesting character in the entire film, Jinu. Officially, Jinu is the villain. He is the lead singer of the Saja Boys, the enemy boy band, and GWMA's most trusted agent. But once you learn his backstory, everything shifts. Thousands of years ago, Jinu was a human musician. He made a deal with GWMA because he desperately wanted a better life. But that deal cost his family dearly. And over time, he slowly became a demon himself. BTS's Jungkook watched this film during a Weverse live stream from Los Angeles and actually got emotional during the ending, calling Jinu an idiot with genuine affection. That moment went viral across the entire K-pop world and tells you everything you need to know about how powerful Jinu's character is. He is not a monster. He is a man who made the wrong choice a long time ago and has been living with it ever since. GWMA is the true villain of the film, the ancient demon king. His power is simple but terrifying. He gets inside people's heads. He doesn't attack bodies. He attacks minds. He finds your worst fear and amplifies it until it breaks you. Lee Byung-hun's voice performance makes this character genuinely unsettling. Celine is the hunter from the previous generation who raised Rumi. She loves Rumi deeply, but her philosophy is rigid. The demonic side must always be suppressed, never accepted, never embraced. That ideology has been slowly poisoning Rumi's relationship with herself, and the film directly confronts it. The film opens with a spectacular concert. HUNTR/X is performing on stage, and simultaneously, secretly, they are fighting and killing a demon that has infiltrated the crowd. The audience sees only the performance. They have no idea. That opening scene establishes the entire duality of this film in 3 minutes. We then learn that Rumi is slowly losing her voice. Her demonic side is growing stronger, and it's interfering with her singing ability, the very power she uses to protect the world. At the same time, a brand new K-pop boy band arrives on the scene, the Saja Boys. Impossibly talented, dangerously charming, and fans go absolutely insane for them. Almost immediately, Huntrix starts losing fans to them, and as their popularity drops, the Han Moon begins to weaken. As Rumi seeks help to restore her voice, she visits Healer Han, played by Daniel Day Kim, who gives her remedies while quietly reading her spiritual state. Meanwhile, a complex dynamic begins to form between Rumi and Jinu. They are both half-demon. They both carry shame about what they are. They both feel fundamentally alone in a way nobody around them can fully understand. And in that shared pain, something unexpected begins to grow between them. But then comes the moment that broke the internet, the Idol Award performance. During Huntrix's live performance, demons disguised as Mira and Zoe infiltrate the stage and corner Rumi. They deliberately yank off her jacket. On stage, in front of every camera, in front of thousands of fans, her demonic markings are exposed for the entire world to see. Pause, let that breathe. Rumi's reaction is visceral. She breaks. Her voice transforms into a shockwave that shatters every light in the studio. And Jinu does something unexpected. He steps forward. Why? Was it GWMA's orders or something else? The film leaves that question deliberately open. Reddit users were devastated by this scene. One wrote, "I had to pause the movie here. I was ugly crying. The jacket scene broke me." And it wasn't just one person. This scene was referenced thousands of times across Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit as the moment the film went from entertaining to genuinely emotional. Rumi runs, and backstage, she collides with the real Mira and Zoe. The friendship cracks. Mira and Zoe are hurt, confused, and angry. Why didn't you tell us? And Rumi has no good answer, only fear. This is when Rumi and Jinu have their first real, honest conversation. Two half-demons. Two people deeply ashamed of what they are. And for the first time, neither of them is pretending. Jinu reveals the full truth about GWMA, how he manipulates people through their own minds, what the Saja Boys' real plan is, what is about to happen at Namsen Tower. The Saja Boys stage a massive performance at Namsen Tower, but it's a trap. Their plan is to hypnotize every fan in attendance and harvest their souls for GWMA. Mira, Zoe, and the entire crowd fall under the spell. Rumi is alone, but before she can fight, she has to do something harder than any battle. She has to accept herself, not suppress her demonic side, not hide it, not pretend it doesn't exist. She has to look at it, own it, and say, "This is also me." And in that moment of acceptance, something extraordinary happens. Both sides of her, human and demon, stop fighting each other. They merge, and Rumi becomes genuinely, completely powerful for the first time. The final battle is intense. GWMA is ancient and terrifyingly strong. And then, Jinu does something nobody saw coming. He sacrifices himself. GWMA fires a devastating blast directly at Rumi. Jinu throws himself in front of it. His body is destroyed. But his spirit lingers, just long enough. And Rumi uses that lingering spirit to deliver the final blow that defeats GWMA and restores the Han Moon. The world is saved, but Jinu is gone, and Rumi is left standing in the silence. Now let's break down exactly what the ending means and what it sets up. Jinu sacrificed himself, but is he truly gone? The film deliberately leaves this ambiguous. Here's the key detail. The remaining Saja Boys, Romance, Mystery, Abs, and Baby are still alive, and in the final scene, they are shown watching from the shadows. Quietly, almost protectively, Reddit went wild with theories on this. The most popular theory, Jinu's spirit was distributed across the remaining Saja Boys when he sacrificed himself. Another theory, he will return in a completely new form in the sequel. For everyone who will become emotionally invested in Rumi and Jinu's relationship, and that was a lot of people, the ending was bittersweet in the most devastating way possible. As for Rumi, her ending is actually beautiful. She reconciles with Mira and Zoe. They accept her, all of her, the demonic marks, the hidden past, all of it, because she is their person. Oh, and the final scene of the film shows Huntrix preparing for a new performance. No secrets, no hiding, just three friends, complete, ready to face whatever comes next. Now let's go deeper, Because K-pop Demon Hunters is, at its core, about something very real. Theme 1, self-acceptance. Rumi's entire arc is about self-acceptance. Most of us carry something we hide from the world, a part of ourselves we're ashamed of, afraid that if people truly saw it, they would leave. Rumi's demonic side is a direct symbol of that, and the film's message is powerful. The thing that makes you different is not your weakness. It might be your greatest strength. Theme 2, the dark side of the idol industry. This film takes an honest, unflinching look at K-pop, and it doesn't shy away from the hard parts. The exhaustion, the pressure to be perfect at all times, the complete erasure of your private identity, the weight of millions of people's expectations on your shoulders. The Saja Boys stealing souls through music? That's not random. It's a direct metaphor for the way fandoms can consume their idols, treating them as products rather than people. One Reddit user wrote something that stuck with me. Saja Boys don't kill with weapons. They kill with attention. That's the scariest villain concept I've seen in animation. Theme 3, shame and secrecy. The film argues very clearly that shame only survives in silence. The longer Rumi kept her secret, the more it corroded her from the inside. It was only when the truth came out, as painful as that was, that real healing could begin. That's a message that resonates well beyond K-pop. It resonates with anyone who has ever felt like they were too much or not enough, or fundamentally wrong in some way they couldn't explain to anyone else. Now let's talk about the thing that turned this film from a great movie into a genuine cultural phenomenon, the soundtrack. Where do I even begin? Golden, the film's centerpiece song, performed by E.G. Audrey Nuna and Ray Amia's Huntrix, became an absolute global monster. It hit the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10. It won the Grammy Award for Best Song Written for Visual Media. It became the 7th most streamed song worldwide on Spotify in all of 2025. The full soundtrack album peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200, the highest charting animated film soundtrack since Encanto hit number 1 for 9 weeks back in 2022. And on Spotify Wrapped 2025, the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack was the second most listened to album in the entire world, behind only Bad Bunny's album. It was streamed more than new releases from Sabrina Carpenter, Lady Gaga, and Billie Eilish. The film also featured a credits version of Takedown, performed by Twice, which became a massive TikTok dance challenge and pushed the film's cultural footprint even further. The cast Spotify page crossed 1 million monthly listeners. Fans were actively calling for HUNTR/X to become a real-world CG idol group. That is not normal. That is something special. Let's talk about how the world responded to this film. The positives. The most common reaction across platforms was genuine shock. This is not just a kid's movie. Twitter and TikTok were flooded with people describing scenes they had to pause because they were emotional. The jacket scene alone generated hundreds of thousands of posts. One user wrote, "I came for the K-pop vibes. I stayed for the existential crisis about self-acceptance." Another, "Rumi putting on that jacket every single day is the most relatable metaphor I've seen in any film this year." And then there was BTS's Jungkook, who watched the film live on Weverse, started crying during the ending, called Jinu an idiot with complete sincerity, and broke the internet for about 48 hours. The controversies. Director Maggie Kong mentioned in an interview that Rumi was partly inspired by Blackpink's Jennie. Jennie's fans heard this and immediately started debating whether the director was using Jennie for clout. Kong clarified that Rumi was inspired by a long list of artists, no single person. Some fans accepted that, others didn't. Classic internet. A separate controversy. When Spotify Wrapped dropped, Netflix released a short video of HUNTR/X thanking fans. Some viewers became convinced it was AI generated. Netflix never officially commented either way. The numbers. 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Google's #1 trending movie of 2025. 56+ million Netflix views. 143 awards. Grammy win. Billboard Top 5 album. This film did not quietly succeed. It made noise. The question everyone is asking, is K-pop Demon Hunters 2 happening? Netflix has not officially confirmed anything, but the evidence strongly points toward yes. The entire cast has publicly said they want to return. Arden, Cho, Mei-hong, and Ji-young have all expressed a desire to continue their characters' stories. You specifically said she'd be bummed if it didn't happen. The film's ending deliberately leaves doors open. Jinu's fate is ambiguous. The Saja Boys are still out there. Jidaoima's wider demon empire wasn't fully dismantled. And Rumi's backstory, particularly what really happened to her parents, was only partially told. With this level of commercial success, critical acclaim, and fan demand, it would be genuinely shocking if Netflix didn't greenlight a sequel. And that, everyone, is K-pop Demon Hunters, fully broken down. A film that looks like entertainment on the surface and functions as something much more meaningful underneath. A film that says, the thing you're most ashamed of about yourself might be exactly the thing that makes you extraordinary. My personal rating? 9 out of 10. Should you watch it? If you haven't already, open Netflix tonight. You will not regret it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments which scene hit you the hardest. Was it the jacket scene? Jinu's sacrifice? The ending? I want to hear from you. Until next time, this has been J Movie Review. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.
fans. For the world.
Every drop
For a new single. Infectious. Is on fire.
All right, before we fully wrap up, let me give you my rapid-fire hot takes on this film. No filter, just honest opinions. Hot take number 1. The jacket scene is the best single scene in any animated film of 2025. I said what I said. Hot take number 2. Jinu deserved better. Full stop. If Netflix doesn't bring him back in a sequel, I will personally start a petition. Hot take number 3. The Saja Boys are actually the most creative villain concept I've seen in years. A boy band that literally steals your soul through parasocial obsession? That is genius writing. Hot take number 4. Celine was low-key one of the most interesting characters in the film, and she didn't get enough screen time. Her ideology versus Rumi's journey? That deserved at least 20 more minutes. Hot take number 5. And this is my most controversial take. The soundtrack is better than the movie. I know, don't come for me in the comments. But Golden alone is a top 5 animated film song of the entire decade, and I will die on that hill. Okay, final verdict time. Let me break down my score properly. Story and writing, 8.5 out of 10. The mythology is brilliant. The character work is emotional and real. The only reason it's not a 10 is that the third act moves a little fast. I wanted more time in the Namsen Tower climax. Animation and visuals, 10 out of 10. No notes. Absolutely stunning. Sony Pictures Animation continues to set the bar for the entire industry. Characters, 9.5 out of 10. Rumi is one of the best animated protagonists in years. Jinu is a masterclass in writing a villain you actually feel for. The only half point off is that Mira and Zoe deserve slightly more individual development. Soundtrack, 10 out of 10. Come on, Grammy winner. Second most streamed album on Spotify worldwide in 2025. What more do you want me to say? Emotional impact, 10 out of 10. I have watched this film twice. I cried both times. At the jacket scene, at the sacrifice, at the ending. That doesn't happen often. K-Pop Demon Hunters is not a perfect film, but it is a genuinely important one. It is the kind of animated film that reminds you why this medium is powerful, because it can reach people in ways live action sometimes can't. Now I want to hear from you. I have 3 questions. Drop your answers in the comments below. I read every single one. Question 1. Which scene hit you the hardest emotionally? Was it the jacket scene, Jinu's sacrifice, or the final reconciliation between Rumi and the girls? Question 2. Team Rumi accepting her demon side. Powerful character arc? Or did you want her to find a way to be fully human? Let me know. Question 3. And the big one, do you think Jinu is truly gone? Or is he coming back? Because I have a theory, and if this video gets enough comments, I will make a full dedicated theory video on it. So drop your answer below. Let's get a discussion going. Alright everyone, that is a wrap on K-Pop Demon Hunters. If you made it this far, genuinely, thank you. A 60-minute deep dive is not easy to sit through, and the fact that you're still here means you're exactly the kind of viewer this channel is made for. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who love film analysis like this. If you are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We drop deep dive reviews, ending explained videos, and full breakdowns every single week. Point and screen cards. And if you want more, check out these 2 videos right here. One is my review of The Wild Robot, another animated film that absolutely wrecked me emotionally. The other is my full breakdown of Inside Out 2, which I think is criminally underrated, and I will explain exactly why. Both are worth your time. Trust me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting J Movie Review. Until the next one, take care of yourselves. And remember what this film taught us. The thing you're most ashamed of about yourself might be exactly what makes you extraordinary. See you in the next one.